What's good, y'all? It's your boy DeMarcus J, back with another video, and today we'll be reacting to Kevin Durant going to the Phoenix Suns. Kevin Durant and TJ Warren were traded to the Phoenix Suns for Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, Cam Johnson, 4 first-round picks, and a pick swap. This is by far the biggest and most impactful trade to go down at the trade deadline. I first want to get into Brooklyn side of things. I think Brooklyn got a pretty nice haul for Kevin Durant. And crazy thing is, they still got a lesser package than Utah received for Rudy Gobert. That's kind of crazy. Rudy Gobert went for more than Kevin Durant. But I do think this trade will level the market back out. Brooklyn is getting 2 great wings in Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges finished top 3 in Defensive Player of the Year voting. They have a nice young core, and they now have a few picks. They previously did not have that many first-round picks due to the James Harden trade. Houston does hold a ton of their first-round assets at this point. So I do not think the Brooklyn Nets want to go into a full-on rebuild. I do think they are still trying to compete for at least a playoff spot. I do think they are capable with the emergence of Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas has been playing phenomenal since Kyrie Irving has been traded. 3 40-point games in a row. Of course, it's hard to believe that he will keep this up throughout the season. However, Cam Thomas is a hooper. So him along with some of the other guys they brought in like Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, Cam Johnson, this team is a legitimate playoff team. It's hard to replace a guy like Kevin Durant, but I think they did the best they could. We kind of saw the writing on the wall once Kyrie Irving asked for a trade. There wasn't much in Brooklyn besides Kevin Durant after that. Like I said, they have Ben Simmons still. Don't know what caliber player Ben Simmons still can be at this point. I would like to believe he can still get back to All-Star level. But until he shows it, we have to just go by the product that we're seeing each and every night on the court. Now, on to what everyone is really here about, and that's the Phoenix Suns. Kevin Durant joins Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Ayton. I'm amazed that the team was still able to keep its core 3 guys together and bring in Kevin Durant. However, I don't think they are the title favorite. I know everyone has kind of jumped to that conclusion that the Phoenix Suns are title favorite. I do not think that's the case. We saw Phoenix lose last year to the Mavericks. Like Luka Doncic led Mavericks. I know there'll be a fantastic Western Conference Final matchup to see. Dallas versus Phoenix, Kyrie versus KD, the rematch, Devin Booker versus Luka. That would be an amazing Western Conference matchup if we were to get it. Luka versus Devin Booker again, KD versus Kyrie. I think everyone would love to see that. However, I am still not sold on Phoenix. KD has missed a ton of time. I do know when KD is healthy, he is going to be playing on the MVP type level. Devin Booker has missed a lot of time this season with injury. Of course, when Devin Booker is out there, he's going to be balling as well. But DeAndre Ayton and Chris Paul are really the guys that worry me for the Phoenix Suns. DeAndre Ayton has been extremely inconsistent, and of course, him and Monty Williams has had problems going back the last year. It was widely speculated that he really didn't want to be in Phoenix. He actually signed a max contract with the Indiana Pacers that Phoenix did end up matching. So therefore, he did end up staying in Phoenix this summer. Just not sure if his head is really in it 100% for Phoenix. However, I do think when it's all said and done, this is a championship contending team, and players realize that these windows don't come often. So now that they're in a championship window, I do think DeAndre Ayton will be a little bit more focused to try to get there. Chris Paul, of course, has missed a ton of time this season. That's another reason why Phoenix has been struggling. They now sit at 5th place, 4 games above 500 in the Western Conference. If the playoffs started today, they will be facing the Dallas Mavericks in the first round. We just talking about them maybe meeting up in the Western Conference Finals, but if playoffs started today, they would be meeting up in the first round. Of course, we still have a lot of season left to play, and I do think Phoenix fully healthy should be higher in the standing. However, the Western Conference is so loaded, they may end up playing a team like the Clippers in the first round. And like I said, I'm just not sold on Phoenix like everyone else is. This is a team that was in the championship 2 years ago and lost to Giannis and the Bucks, so I get it. Add KD to that team, and you think this team is much better. But they lost Mikal Bridges, who's probably their best defender. The team is not great on the defensive end, I don't believe anymore. They really don't have a guy anymore that they can put on the opposing team's best player. But with KD, Devin Booker, Aiden, they can outscore teams. But in the playoffs, you need lockdown defenders. You need to be able to stop the other team from scoring. And like I said, it just depends on the seeding, I think. I think seeding is going to be the biggest part in any team in the West making a playoff run, because teams like Memphis, Sacramento, even Denver, who's sitting at the 1 seed right now, imagine having to play a team like Golden State or the Clippers in the first round. Nobody wants to play one of those teams in the first round. Of course, to win a championship, you have to go through all these teams anyway. But whoever comes out the West will have their work cut out for them. It'll be interesting to see. I just cannot put Phoenix Suns as that favorite to come out of the West just yet. So I most definitely cannot make them my title favorite yet. There's so many good teams in the West, including teams like Denver, Memphis, the Clippers. Of course, you can never sleep on Golden State Warriors. Of course, they have not been the same dominant team that we're used to. But Golden State knows how to lock in. And in a 7-game series, I believe they can give a team like Phoenix, Dallas, I believe they can give those teams a run for their money. As I do feel Phoenix's odds have gotten much greater to make it out of the West, I still have to see the finished product on the court, see how the team looks when fully healthy. KD is still out. Devin Booker is not 100%. Chris Paul has not been himself since coming back from the injury. So like I said, it'll just take a little bit of time for the team to mesh. And like I said, I do want to see what they look like on the defensive ends. Just because you can score a lot of points does not mean you win championships. You can ask the Brooklyn Nets, who were just going through a similar situation where they had their big three, known for offense. They can outscore any team in the league, but it doesn't really matter if you cannot stop the other team from scoring in the NBA. That's my reaction to KD to Phoenix. More videos on the rest of the NBA trades that have happened so far. We will be talking about D'Angelo Russell to the Lakers. I also want to get a video on Cam Thomas out as well. Cam Thomas has been playing phenomenal basketball. And since Kyrie and KD have left, buy stock in Cam Thomas. He will most definitely benefit from this. We've seen what he's been doing the last few games. So I do want to get a video out about him. He's been killing. But other than that, guys, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'm out.